Mike, let's talk about AC Milan a minute, because two Americans obviously on the squad for AC Milan, and Christian Pulisic and Yunus Musa. I know Musa is on the bench tonight. Pulisic starts that game. I guess if we focus in on Pulisic, what kind of standing does he have now in that AC Milan squad, and how has that been evolving?
Yeah, you know what's funny, Kate, is that just 2 seconds ago, one of the Liverpool guys that helps him, the fitness trainer, helped him warm up. He walked in and looks at me and goes, wow. He goes, what a stadium. The lights were going on and off, and the people are all over the place. It's such an unbelievable setting. So to go back to Pulisic is, when you walk into the stadium, when you walk into a club like AC Milan, you have to perform. And he's done that with unbelievable maturity. He's coming off his best season for the club. And he's been fantastic, even in a time where at Milan you don't really know who you can count on and who you can't count on. The results have been up and down. The seasons have been sort of up and down. He's a guy you can count on. You know what he's going to give you. He doesn't turn it over a lot. He scores goals. He creates things. He can play with both feet. So he's been fantastic. For Musa, we know that he has all the tools. We just haven't been able to see him put that together yet. And we'll be excited to see if he gets some minutes tonight at some point.
Christian, Captain America, obviously, has always been kind of the face of the US men's national team in recent years, right? And for some time, he's kind of escaped the criticism that the team may have faced as a whole. Do you think his performances for the national team this summer were an exception to that now? And is he now in the firing range as well?
In some ways, the U.S. men's national team is in similar state as AC Milan, up and down results. A manager's going in and out. They change Matt Crocker comes in, obviously, and they have a lot of time in between where they don't even have a first-team manager. A lot of inconsistent performances, probably from the likes of McKinney. Tyler Adams hurt a lot. And so he's been a guy, though, even at the national team level, that you can count on. I mean, they come off their worst Copa America result. It was the first time in home soil that a hosting nation didn't get out of the group. They lost to Panama, they lost to Uruguay. But Pulisic has always been sort of the mainstay. Mature, he's experienced, and he can light up and change games. So credit to him that even through ups and downs at AC Milan and also UN's national team, what else is going on off the pitch and on the pitch, he's been a mainstay and he's been a steady guy.
Thierry, what's your thoughts on the US men's national team and kind of current form, I suppose? Do you see this as the worst stretch in years, and do you see them breaking out of it?
Well, that depends on Pochettino and what he's going to do with the team. I think people always talk about the main guy, which is Pulisic, and he goes with the territory. When you're the main man, people are going to wonder what you're doing or not. I think it's a collective thing for me when I watch them play. I didn't see the New Zealand game, obviously, that they didn't win. I watched the game against Canada. They were nowhere to be seen in that game. It was very difficult. Obviously, Jesse Marsch coming back, trying to prove a point, and he did, on why maybe they didn't take him. But it's been the story for a very long time. I played there, and I know how it is. And I wanted to ask Mike a question. How many players in that squad will have played in old US squad, the Donovan one? How many in that team now would have started? And we all know that they all play or are in big clubs, and maybe those guys were not. But I'm asking you a simple questions. Since you know the story, how many players now, current team, would have started in the team of Donovan?
TT, I think I'll answer the question like this. Individual talent-wise, you see the top players are playing all over the top clubs in Europe. We have players playing in the Champions League, which was not normal back in 2002 when they probably should have went through to the semifinal in the World Cup against Germany. Obviously, controversy over that play. But TT, as you know, there's other sides to football. There's personality, there's character, there's maturity, there's, you know, sort of pride when you wear the shirt. I'm not sure they have that same understanding as a group and a level of maturity, and becomes sometimes a little bit of boys against men sort of comparison.
It's a good question.
How many?
So how many? You can say 2 or 3.
Who?
You can say 2 or 3, TT.
Who?
2 or 3.
Okay, I'll let you be.
Why? What do you think, TT?
Oh, I said it so many times. I played in the MLS. I thought the American-based players in the MLS were better than the American players now in the MLS.
Can I ask you a question?
I answer that one.
Can I? No, sorry.
Wait. It's important.
You're putting him on the spot.
No. I played in the MLS.
Tell me.
Tell me if the American players in the MLS before were not better before. Who are the best American players in the MLS now?
I know you played in MLS. I know you played in MLS. I replaced you, remember?
Oh! Hey, Mike. Mike, don't go there.
Let's go.
Don't go there.
Whoa, let's go.
You didn't replace me.
I'm not
go
staying
back,
for
go
this
back,
fight.
go back.
We're off.
Go back.
Problems.
Very big problem.
Go back, Mike. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Very big problem.
You won't win that argument. Don't go there.
Mike.
Don't go there.
I think that's the end of your CBS career.
Mike, don't go
I don't know
there.
if it was going anywhere, Jamie.
I'm asking you a simple question. Don't move. I said to you.
Tell me.
Who are the best players in the MLS now? Are they American?
Yeah, the top players, no, they're in Europe. The top
Okay,
players in
and
the national
before?
team are in Europe.
And before, they were in the MLS.
And before, not all of them, TT.
I'm
Dempsey
saying
was not in
where
the
the
MLS.
American players.
Donovan was not always in the MLS.
You're ducking the question. I'm saying were the American players in the MLS before better than the American players that are now in the MLS?
Probably. The answer is probably.
Yeah, that's it. Simple.
Yeah.
All right, can I change the tune? Can I change the tune of this,
If
of
it's
this
not
conversation,
DM, it's
please?
Mike.
Come on, Mike,
No,
tell me.
the question I was going to ask you, you was with the French under 23s in Olympics, did very well. You managed to change or get your philosophy to turn around very quickly. How can Poch do it with the Americans? That's the question that I would want to know. With the players that he has available to him, how quickly can he change that?
I actually, like I said, there is an understanding that you need to have with what's happening in the US. Pochettino is clever enough to understand that and knows what he is going to have to do. He did an amazing job with Espanyol. An amazing job with Espanyol. He did amazingly with Southampton. And I thought he was doing well. He was on his way at Chelsea. Without talking about, obviously, Tottenham. I wasn't going to mention that, but I just did. But he was doing well. I thought it was harsh, the way he got the sack, at Chelsea. I think he's clever enough to understand what he needs to do. He needs to do his research, like he will do, and make them play a certain way. What I'm trying to say is right now, people want to see the team fight. Mike mentioned it. Before, that team had grit and heart. That's what people want to see at times.
Well, Mike, sure you enjoyed that.
The question I want to ask also is, and especially you with the national team as well, when your top players are not playing, I think this is a problem that happens with the U.S. men's national team. When your top players are not playing week in and week out, what can you do? Do you stick with those guys, or do you only play the guys that are in form that are playing? Because in the top teams, you have to be playing to get into the national team.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I mean, when you have a team out there that cannot perform and play 90, and more often than not, are injured, or not performing in their team, or not playing, it becomes difficult, obviously, to have a team. But I back Pochettino to do the job.
All right, Mike, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you in just a minute.
ESPN.
See you, boys. See you guys.